Hi guys, Louis defending Elvis. Just a quickie. So I was going to bed because in England I do like to go to bed quite early because I wake up very early, like 5, 6 in the morning. I don't go straight to sleep. Spend quite a long time going through messages, watching a couple of videos that I intend on previewing. I sort of prep for the morning, the night before, and first thing in the morning. So then I check all my messages. Loads of messages at night, through the night. Loads of messages are ready for me in the morning. So I piece it all together, and then I come up with what I plan for the day ahead. So I'm in quite a good routine. I sort of know how I'm going to find my topics. Yeah. At the moment, they are very leaning towards Priscilla Presley. The book Softly as I Leave You, my copy's coming tomorrow. I'm sure I'll get some backlash. How could you buy that book? How could you put money in Priscilla's pocket? I've got a few. I've got two of these. I use them. Not just as props, but I do use them as props. But I also read them. I actually do read this book. I've even listened to the Audible a few times. I like to know what makes Priscilla tick. I just find it. How can I say it? And try to unravel just how someone can be so nasty. Seriously, guys, to someone that was so good to them, how can someone be that nasty and be so consistent with it? For decades. And do you know what? Even family have done it, haven't they? Cousins, stepbrothers, consistent betrayal, consistent backstabbing. It intrigues me how someone that can be so good to you can double cross you with a smile on their face. Seriously, these people double cross Elvis with a smile on their face. Always amazes me. Now let's see now if we can watch Priscilla Presley double cross Elvis and Lisa and Riley with a smile on her face. So it's obviously called The View. I think I have heard of it before. I got a feeling I may have even reviewed something on here before, but I think Priscilla may have even been on here before, maybe even Lisa. I don't know. I'm guessing. But 1.58 million subscribers. This was only released, I think, a few hours ago. Is that right? I'm trying to see. It popped up on my feed. Yeah, 1 hour ago. It's had 2,500 views. Softly as I Leave You, about leaving Elvis. About loving or leaving or losing Elvis, her emotional journey to find herself outside the walls of Graceland. See, the story seems to be changing. Initially, the story was, how hard it was for me to leave Elvis, how I left Elvis, what it was like living with Elvis. Yeah, there's different little versions, isn't there, guys? So we're going to see if we can find a few other things as well. I'm just looking now. So there we are. There's a shorter version of it. Again, 1 hour ago, The View. Priscilla Presley looks back on her career. That's only 4 minutes long. This one's 6 minutes long. She's got the same dress on, so it's the same people. That's obviously a shorter version of it. I've never watched this. Are they going to be Priscilla ass kissers? Are they going to be brainwashed to believe all the crap that Priscilla comes out with? And are they convinced by this book, Elvis and Me, the biopic that Priscilla did in 1985? Or will they have some understanding concerning this book, From Here to the Great Unknown? Have they been brainwashed by Priscilla in the last 40 years? Do they believe the fake fairy tale? We don't know. We haven't watched it yet. We're watching this for the first time. I'm going to upload it live so we can go live on the comments. Okay? Let's have a listen. I don't know what's coming. Yeah, I just want to make sure you guys can see it. After this, we may try and find a few other little new things. Obviously, Priscilla is doing the rounds and around the different well-known news type programs to push her book. She wants her book to be a success, to win public approval, to give her to one of Priscilla's ways is to poor me, look what I went through. Oh, I struggled. I went through so much. Living with Elvis was so tough, you know. Moving from Germany from my small house in Germany with my parents to live in a mansion was horrible. Surrounded by just men, no other females in the house, which Donna Presley has already proved that she's lying. There were lots of women in the house, including Presleys. So do people fall for it? Why do people never challenge Priscilla? Elvis certainly can't challenge her. Why do these interviewers never challenge her? Will Oprah Winfrey challenge Priscilla, or will she just feel sorry for her and go, oh, I know what you went through. You must have really struggled living with poor Elvis. Remember, will she mention that Priscilla was unfaithful to Elvis many times in the marriage, within a year of the marriage, was unfaithful, and then did it all again 18 months later? Will Oprah Winfrey have done any research? Will Oprah Winfrey understand the history? Will she mention the lawsuits, the Bridget Cruz lawsuit that alleges the most disgusting accusations? Will she be aware that Priscilla tried to go against Lisa's amendments to give her inheritance to her kids, that Priscilla tried to block it? Will she know that Priscilla completely ripped Elvis off on the divorce settlements? That Priscilla put a debt on Elvis's house, Graceland's, to guarantee that she would get her money on a second divorce settlement that she wasn't even entitled to. I could go on and on and on. Let's see if any research has been done by these people on the panel of The View.
Priscilla Presley is a businesswoman, designer, producer, actress, but the world first met her as the girlfriend and then wife of Elvis Presley. Now she's sharing her journey in Graceland and beyond in the new memoir, Softly as I Leave You, Life After Elvis. Please welcome back Priscilla Presley.
Yeah, welcome back. So, yeah, I thought she'd been on this show before. Let's keep going. Oh, we can't have the music. No music.
Good to see you.
So far, so good.
Well, you just walked out here to Burn in Love, Elvis's hit song from 1972. You and Elvis met in 1959. What's the one thing that everybody gets wrong about him?
About him?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a good question. He was taller than people think.
Oh.
That's for sure.
How tall was he?
He was 6 foot. 6 foot.
Really?
A little bit more than 6
Yeah?
foot. Yes.
Wow.
And people are always surprised that he was so tall.
Yeah. Look at him. How beautiful.
Well, he came across, as you know, like very sexy and hot.
Did he
Was he
ever?
like that around
Really?
the house?
Did he really?
Yeah, well, not everybody is as old as we are, Priscilla.
Well,
No.
But you were around.
I was around.
So who is the girl? Who is the girl next to Priscilla?
And I was around. I mean, but he always came across very sexy and
Yes,
hot.
yes.
Maybe people... Was he like that at home when he was doing the dishes? That's my point.
Doing dishes.
Yeah.
Oh, he did the dishes.
Yeah.
He was not. He was not. Whatever. Never do dishes.
No.
Never clean. Never make the bed.
Never.
We had people who did that.
Yeah. But in your new book, which is called Softly as I Leave You, Life After Elvis, you take us through your journey, your family, your acting, and your business careers, and your great love for Elvis.
So it's 6 minutes, 42 seconds long. I'm guessing it's longer than this. I'm guessing this is just a clip. Let me know, guys. You guys over in America, is it longer than this?
Whom you married in 1967. So you write about how you kept up your home and yourself. So besides housekeepers, you were doing a lot of the work. And you say it's in ways that might send young women today into shock. So you were what they call a trad wife.
The definition of it shocked me a
Yeah.
little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved taking care of. I mean, we had help, but I also wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to not just have servants, do everything. Sometimes I'd even make the bed. Sometimes I made sure the bedroom was cleared up and tidied and that, I mean, I came from a family who I I had to do all that at home.
Right.
So
Yeah.
That
it
was the
wasn't like a big
times. Those
thing.
were the
That's right.
times.
That's right. Thank you.
Well, you say in the book that when you left Elvis in 1972, it was in order to go live life on your own terms and
So just remember, she keeps saying, I left Elvis. I left Elvis. Yeah. Now, Elvis filed the divorce. Priscilla, what is the word? There's a word when you want a divorce. Oh, I can't remember the word now. She did something in 72 that for the divorce, and then Elvis wanted to file it. Is that right? Is that how it works?
really find yourself. But it's clear throughout reading the book that you still remain deeply close and connected. What do you
Guys, they didn't. They didn't. I think that there was a short phase because it was a fair divorce settlement at first. You know, once Elvis had calmed down from the anger of finding out about the 1 year long affair with Mike Stone, you know, Priscilla says that she had no freedom, but she had the freedom to have a 1-year-long affair. She had her own car, could do what she wanted. That was the second time she was unfaithful. I just think she does like to say, I left Elvis. The book, softly as I leave Elvis. It's like she's saying, she wants the upper hand. I left Elvis. Now others will say, no, Elvis divorced you. Because I think I've read that once Elvis found out what she had done, yes, she wanted a divorce, but Elvis also wanted a divorce. This is what I'm hearing. Yeah. Like, you've done too much. We're having a divorce. But Priscilla was also like, yeah, I want a divorce. So who knows, guys? You tell me. Put it in the comments.
attribute that to even after your
Because
separation?
we still cared for each other. We liked each other. So it made it very
I like I say to my subscribers, prove it. Prove it. We can all say things. You say we liked each other. Do you really think Elvis liked you after you were so horribly unfaithful with an acquaintance of his? Mike Stone, the karate champion, Elvis knew him a bit, had met him a few times. They weren't friends. And you say that Elvis still liked you. Don't know. I know Elvis wanted to put on a brave front for Lisa. He wanted to show the world that he was going to be kind. Elvis admitted he was away too much. Maybe even admitted he was unfaithful. Come on, we know they were both unfaithful. But did he like you? I don't know. I really feel like Elvis saw a dark side to Priscilla after they got married. Once she got pregnant, a different side of Priscilla came out. A side that Elvis didn't know about. I also feel that Elvis possibly was blackmailed to get married by her father. Someone told me yesterday that someone knew Elvis and was with him, and Elvis told her that the father had blackmailed Elvis into the marriage. And Elvis didn't want to get married. Elvis wasn't ready for marriage.
easy. I mean, you know, and he'd call at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I had a boyfriend.
It's funny because she talks about this. She talks at 3 o'clock in the morning. Elvis called me at 3 in the morning. I had a boyfriend. It's a little bit of an embarrassing, degrading comment that she's now going to come out with. Poor Elvis ringing to speak with her at 3 in the morning. But how many times? She talks about Elvis as if he was constantly ringing her at 3 in the morning every night of the week for years. Maybe he only phoned her one time. There's a rumor that they were having sex and she left the phone off the hook so that Elvis could hear it just to make him suffer. We've all heard it, haven't we, guys? So even now when she talks about this particular point, I don't like it. I find it degrading. I find it embarrassing. Like Lisa Marie said, it takes away his dignity. Listen to what she says.
Easy. I mean, you know, and he'd call at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I had a boyfriend. I would quickly get the phone and before he woke up.
Well, it's not funny, is it? It's not funny. This point doesn't even need to be mentioned. It's embarrassing for Elvis.
But he had a girlfriend too, so it wasn't like I was cheating.
Of course he did.
I mean, do you ever imagine that if he were still with us today, you guys would have ever rekindled your relationship?
That's a
Do you know what? She likes to give the impression that there was a possibility that they would have got back together, rekindled. Who knows? she'll come out with a story that he once said, yeah, I'll grow a beard when we get old and we'll get back together. I don't believe any of it. I think everything she's about to say is bullshit. Let's hear what she says.
Good question. I've been asked that before. And I don't think so. I think we had a better relationship.
Oh, that's funny, because the other day she made a joke about it and said, yeah, Elvis joked about us growing old together. Now she's changed the story. This is a different version. Let's listen to it.
I mean, do you ever imagine that if he were still with us today, you guys would have ever rekindled your relationship?
Oh, that's a good question. I've been asked that before. And I don't think so. I think we had a better relationship not being married.
Rubbish. You ripped him off. You went back, you accused him of fraud and ripped him off for the second divorce settlement. Then eventually in 1977, you placed a debt on Gracelands to guarantee your payments of money because the amount you were demanding was ridiculously high, very greedy.
Pressure wasn't on, and we were able to, you know, when he'd come over, you know, all hours of the night, and we would just sit and...
How many times? She keeps saying this. He would come over all hours of the night. How many times did that happen? Seriously, guys. She gives the impression as if he was doing that every night. We don't know the truth. He probably did come over to see Lisa sometimes. Of course he did. He was her father. He loved her. He wanted to be with her. Let's keep going, guys.
Talk, and he would tell things about, you know, what he was concerned about and his career, and just, you know, someone who, you know, I was with him all that time, so I was kind of the receiver of his, you know, concerns.
Well, and you also write beautifully.
She's never going to say she was unfaithful. She's never going to say that a year after the wedding, she was with the dance instructor that she's admitted to in her book, Elvis and Me. She's not going to mention Mike Stone by the sounds of things. She says she was with him for a long time. She moves over in 63. By 66, they're engaged. By 67, married. 68, she's unfaithful with the dance instructor. When Lisa Marie was a baby, really the marriage was over after that point. Then they had a pretend marriage. And then she's unfaithful again with Mike Stone, the karate instructor, through 1971. So it was a very short marriage, guys. I do accept that in the years leading up to the engagement, Elvis lived as a single man. So she moved in around 63. So 64 and 5, 3, 4 and 5, I do think was probably quite tough on Priscilla because Elvis wasn't ready to settle down, didn't want to get married or have kids or be engaged. He just wanted to live his life, enjoy the fruits of being the most famous sensation in the world. A very handsome, sexy man that could have literally any woman he wanted. Elvis wasn't ready to just drop everything, give up his singing career, his movie career, to sit at home on the sofa and watch TV with Priscilla.
Candidly about your relationship with your daughter, Lisa Marie, and what it was like to lose her when she sadly passed away suddenly in 2023. What do you want people to know about who she really was?
My daughter was a toughie. I mean, she wasn't afraid of anything, really. I miss her so much. I mean, it was a shock to me as well as everyone else, you know, when I lost her. But she was...
She says sat there in her bright red dress, whatever you call that, with her bright red hair. She looks gutted.
her own person, I have to say. And she, you know, she kind of ruled the house, not kind of, she did.
It sounded like she did.
She did it when she was really little.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was very unique in many ways. Yeah.
Well,
I agree with that. I agree with that. We all miss Lisa. She was unique.
if anyone is wondering if you...
Is that it? Is that it? Is that all your words you have for your daughter that died at 54 years old? You knew your whole life, of course, you're the mother, and you brush over it in 20 seconds. Let's hear it again, how fondly she speaks of her daughter. It doesn't add up to me, guys. I know I come across a bit cold and hard. It's an awkward thing to discuss, but come on, guys. She's lost her daughter only a couple of years ago.
And she, you know, she kind of ruled the house, not kind of, she did.
It sounded like she did.
She did it when she was really little.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was very unique in many ways. Yeah.
Well, if anyone
Is that it?
is wondering if you hold back in this book, you don't.
If I was asked that question, God, I'd be howling with tears.
You don't. And at one point, Lisa Marie dated and then married Michael Jackson.
Something just doesn't feel right. When I don't get it. So now we're going to have a little trash at Michael Jackson. Let's hear it.
You were not a big fan of that arrangement, you write. What was it about that just didn't sit right with you?
Gosh.
They have to talk about Michael Jackson because he's so famous. Come on, let's face it. At the time, you know, there was a point when Michael Jackson was almost as famous as Elvis, wasn't there? Yeah? We all remember it, don't we, guys? We grew up, we went through it.
Michael loved being around entertainers. He was an entertainer. He loved being around entertainers. And he never really went with anybody before. I mean, he had friends, close friends, girlfriends, but not in a marriage in any way. And Michael loved to be out in public. And I recognized that. And I thought and felt that Lisa, you know, was just coming out in the public eye. And I felt that he, in a way, was using her. And
Using her in what way?
Publicity-wise.
Oh, to get more publicity?
He's always been a big fan of Elvis's. Always.
Well, who wasn't?
Yes, but Michael really was. And so I had a lot of doubts because of how much, you know, he even told her, oh my gosh, your dad, I mean, he was great, he's my idol, and blah, blah, blah. And I just felt like, wow, you know, marrying Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley's daughter.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like the idea.
Do you think that you viewed it through the lens of your relationship with Elvis in terms of being with this larger-than-life superstar and what that would do to your daughter?
No, because she was used to her father being very, very famous and been around him. I brought her to all his shows in Las Vegas and a couple of other places that he appeared. So no, I think she was adapted to fame.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. I was sidetracked here. So there's something that's come up here. It's been sent to me by Rick. I see. It's The View again. All right, so I get it now. So I'm just seeing it now. So there's the full-length version here. It's 35 minutes. It's got some other bits in it. There's some Trump stuff in there. Right, okay. So I got it now. So then she comes on, and that's when they introduce the book. Let me just see if I can find it here, guys. Let me see if I can get the longer version of it. Yeah, there we go. So let me just see if this bit's any different.
Listen, there's a great part of the book where you talk about the fact that you are sitting, for the most part, for most of your marriage, with 10 guys and
Yes.
you,
All
because
men in your
Elvis always was
guys.
surrounded by the guys. When you look back, what do you, what do you think?
I was one of the guys.
That's a lot of presents in the marriage.
There's a lot of people in that marriage for the
people.
longest. I'm sorry, Alyssa, I cut you off.
That was a good question.
You're very open in the book. You talk about the highs and lows of your life, and one thing you hit on is addiction, which touched your family and
Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can, let's see what she says about drugs. Let's see if she mentions how sick Elvis was. Because this is the bit that's lacking whenever I watch all these interviews that bring up Elvis's health problems or prescription medication. They just go to drugs. Addicted, drug addict. They don't mention health problems. Let's see if it's mentioned.
anyways. Obviously, Elvis's, your daughter Lisa Marie struggled with it, and your son Navro, and you helped him get the help that he needed. What did you learn in dealing with addiction in the family about how to confront it when a loved one's dealing with it?
Oh my gosh. I mean, that was the most difficult time, I have to say, with my son when I found out, you know, that he was using. And he came in, I had him stay with me because I didn't want him being alone. And
So obviously she said this was said on the interview the other day. You know, come on, guys. Addiction is a horrible thing. She's talking about Navarone. Yeah. I don't wish that on anyone. Yeah. I always wonder, why did Navarone become so damaged? Why did Navarone become so reliant on drugs to the point of addiction? It's different with Lisa, because Lisa had health problems, you know? So I think it's a bit unfair to paint Lisa as a raving addict. She was a rebellious teenager. She'd had a very difficult childhood, dragged away from her father, age 4. Her father dies, age 9. To get it, Priscilla's boyfriend allegedly abuses her, Michael Edwards, when she's like 11, 12, 13. So I think Lisa Marie, it's understandable that she had a troubled teenage life. Yeah, even in her 20s, still struggled. But with Navarone, it's different. With Navarone, it does seem like this was pure addiction. Yeah. So, you know, come on, a mum trying to help her son get over addiction. Come on, that's tough. That's tough.
I said, you need to come stay at the house because he was so depressed in so many ways. And so I have an upstairs bedroom, and he stayed there, and he was going through withdrawals. He wanted to get off the drugs. He wanted to, but he didn't have anybody else with him to help him out. So I stayed with him for 4 days, laying in bed with him as he's going through this process of, you know, trying to heal. And I don't wish this on anybody because it's heartbreaking for a parent. I'm sure some of you have had the same experience with someone or a family member or anything, but it was, I thought I was going to lose him. It was so bad. It was really bad. And
Which, come on, guys, that's sad. That's sad.
Who's he now?
he's great. He's totally clean.
Oh, that's so great. But before we go, we have to take a moment to talk about your acting career. So you starred on the hit drama Dallas for 5 years, as well as in the classic slapstick movie franchise, The Naked Gun. Take a look.
So we remember The Naked Gun. It was actually quite funny. Well, it was funny. I like Leslie Nielsen.
Sure, friends. But if I dusted you for Prince right now, there'd be a lover boy Quentin Habsburg's.
Oh, you...
Well, I see a certain kitten still knows how to scratch.
Do you remember it, guys? Didn't they do 3 of these?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, my God.
The great Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, what do you
Yeah, we love Leslie Nielsen. Come on, we're all fans of Leslie Nielsen.
remember about those times and Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah, it was so much fun. That was not even work. It was so much fun. We had to, the director, when we would have a scene and be, you know, it would be funny.
That is funny.
The director would say, okay, that's enough. We've had enough. We got to get this movie done. And then we'd start laughing again when he said it. It was just...
I can't imagine laughing, but it was hilarious making that.
It seemed impossible.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you like doing comedy?
I did.
Right?
I did. No, in fact, when the director had given my agency a call and said they would like to have me, you know, playing in a movie, and they called me up, and I said, I can't do that. I'm not a comedian. Yeah. I'm not a comedian at all. It says, well, they don't want a comedian. Yeah. I said, okay, I'll give it a try. It was the best time I've ever had.
So, guys, it's Dallas and the Naked Gun series. That's probably the biggest success she ever had. I think we all agree that.
Some of the best comedies ever. Really, really well done. Thank you for coming back to our team.
Thank you. Well,
Welcome
thank you for
here
asking me.
anytime.
I hate that it's ending. I like talking to you.
we love you.
Our thanks to
Thank you.
Priscilla
Thank
Presley.
you.
Her book, Softly as I Leave You, Life After Elvis, is available now. Scan the QR code on your screen to buy it. But members of our studio audience, you are going home with a copy of...
All right, the audience get a free copy of the book. But, you know, it's a funny one, isn't it, guys? Because I keep saying this, that we, our feelings towards Priscilla, I think, have happened. For me, it's only been in the last year and a half. Yeah. Before that, I wasn't aware of the amount of wrongdoing that Priscilla had done. I was convinced to look into the wrongdoing of many people. Yeah. Concerning Elvis, the whole defending Elvis thing evolved through you guys, Team Elvis fans telling me through the comments in YouTube, look, you need to know more about this. There's been some serious wrongdoing from Priscilla, from the Smiths, from the Stanleys, from other people, from movies, from documentaries, biographies. Do you know what? I could never have guessed that we were going to learn so much. Yeah, learn so much about how unfairly portrayed Elvis has been, how seriously damaged his image and reputation has been done by so many people. Yeah, most of them the ones that were closest to him. Who'd have thought it? Now we've even got Donna Presley, the first cousin, who has joined us. We join her to defend Elvis so the world sees the truth. Now, something came up today where people were talking about, Elvis doesn't need defending because of how established his music is. Yeah, I agree. When it comes to Elvis's music, his beautiful voice, the success of his music career, even his movies, how beautiful he was, how charming he is, I get it. That side of Elvis doesn't need defending. But his private life, his personal life, the way he's been trashed, the way he's been made out to be something that he's not, the way his dignity has been attacked, that does need defending. Elvis's heart needs defending. The good that Elvis did needs to be known. How Elvis wanted to help the world. We know he transformed the world. That doesn't need defending, does it? Elvis changed the world almost overnight. But the true man, does the world really know the true man? I don't think so. And I think this is why we, channels like this, defending Elvis, with the help of many people, even Ginger Alden defends Elvis now. Even Linda Thompson defends Elvis. Billy Stanley defends Elvis. He needs defending. The more I hear people telling me that he doesn't need defending, I just find they're making feeble excuses. Yeah? We can't just play the music, just watch the movies. We can't do that. Elvis is so much more than that. Yes, he was beautiful. Yes, his talent was phenomenal. Never matched. But the true man, that needs sorting out. That needs sorting out. And that is why we defend. So a bit of a, nothing stood out from these interviews to me. Obviously The View, is that what it's called? I just thought they never really asked any tough questions. They don't bring up the wrongdoing of Priscilla towards Elvis, not even once. They never once said to Priscilla, did you do anything wrong to Elvis? Not one word. That can't be right. But she will talk about him in I think, a way that almost they laugh at him. They ridicule him. That's just how I see it. I don't see the defense of Elvis. I see no apologies, no admitting of wrongdoing, nothing, I'm perfect. I did nothing wrong. I had this fantastic life with Elvis. Oh, by the way, I was a prisoner surrounded by men. That's what I see. It's not good enough. Elvis deserves better. Elvis gave Priscilla a wonderful life. The life that Priscilla went on to have after she divorced Elvis, after she was unfaithful to him, was the life of royalty, a celebrity lifestyle that she only got because she happened to have a meeting with him in Germany in 1959, whether it be a chance meeting or she pre-planned it, as in the book Child Bride says. I do believe that Priscilla, once she moved over to America when she was nearly 18, got a taste of fame. I think by the time they got engaged and married, I think she saw bright lights, money, fame, men, success, TV, movies, modeling. She saw glamour. She saw California. I think once Priscilla had a taste of the good life, she changed. She changed. I really believe that. And that in itself is a form of addiction, isn't it? You have a taste of something and you change forever. And I really believe that once Priscilla could see how Elvis was adored, worshipped, how super talented he was, how he was admired wherever he went, she wanted a piece of the cake. She wanted a piece of that. And she wanted it for herself. She didn't want to share it with Elvis. I would say in some ways she was very jealous of Elvis, very envious, even resented him. This natural God-given talent that Elvis had. She wanted it. And the only way she could work out of getting it was to leave him. To leave him. That opened up a door. And then we know just how greedy Priscilla really was. And she put herself first, way before her daughter. Lisa is the victim of Priscilla, in my opinion. And I don't say this in hate. I say this because I feel sorry for Lisa. I say this because I feel sorry for Elvis. Now, we're just now starting to find out things. Bridget Cruz, the auctioneer that's suing Priscilla, things are coming out now. I already have seen quite a few things in the book, Softly As I Leave You, that are already concerning. You know what I think of this book. This is a fake fairy tale. A fake fairy tale. I'm not falling for that book, the 1985 biopic, and I'm not falling for the book Softly As I Leave You. I'm not falling for it. I'm going to go through that book very slowly. We're going to pick out all the parts of that book that are incorrect, that are twisting the truth, that the blatant lies. I wonder what Lisa Marie would have thought of the book Softly As I Leave You. I wonder if she would have wanted to read it. Is the book Softly As I Leave You a retaliation to this book? From Here to the Great Unknown. Who knows, guys? You can see that there is a lot of interviews. Let me just get this over a bit. Starting to drift over, aren't I? Ooh, I better lean this way, yeah? I just want to very quickly just see if anything else comes up. There seems to be a different interview coming up every few minutes. Let's have a look at this one. So, yeah, we did the Late Show earlier today. Is there anything else? Let me just put it in the... she's been busy. Priscilla is busy. Yeah, she is doing the rounds, making sure this book gets pushed. Are there any others? So, obviously, we've done that one, which is the Today Show. Then we did the Sunday morning one on CBS. We did the Late Show. We did that this morning. We've done this one, which is the People one. So Donna has done a response. Donna Presley has done a response. Entertainment Tonight. Is that new? No, because that's the interview we've already done. It's only a little 1 minute clip. Yeah, I think, yeah. Have we watched this? Yeah, we've done The View, which is just now. So we've been through all the interviews. I'm sure there'll be some more tomorrow. Yeah, I think that is all of them. I wonder if when we wake up tomorrow, if there'll be any more. It's funny because wherever she goes, she is treated like Elvis. Wherever she goes.
Priscilla! Hello! Priscilla! Come on! Priscilla!
Priscilla!
Just interesting how she's literally worshipped wherever she goes. The new Elvis, unbelievable, unbelievable. What would Elvis think? What would Elvis think? Okay, guys, I'm going to upload this. I'm going to just go and chill out upstairs. Watch this with you guys. Check my messages. And I'll see you in the morning. Thanks, guys. You take care. TCB. Love to all of you.